Hello, this is Billy Core from the Carolina Circle Mall Wiki. Today is Friday, May the 29th of 2015, and you're looking at my latest computer acquisition. Given me today, not going to go into details of how I got it. It was legal, don't worry. What you're looking at is a Dell Dimension 4100. My dream Windows 98 computer. I finally own one. Which is funny, the other day I bought a Compact Desk Pro 933 at Value Village that I turned into my dream, not really my dream one, but into a Windows 98 gaming computer to replace my Desk Pro EN, which I decided to sell. And now I got two compacts I gotta sell now, I suppose, but I digress. I'm already in the process of fixing this up. Came to me with 384 megabytes of RAM, an 850 megahertz Intel Pentium 3, an ATI Rage 128 Pro video card. Probably going to put a NVIDIA Riva TNT2 card at some point. Ethernet card, some kind of Sound Blaster card. I am going to replace this with my Sound Blaster 128 from the Desk Pro, and a modem, which will never be used, but hey, I'll keep it in there. What I need to do is add a hard drive, which I'm already in the process of adding, which is a Western Digital 40 gigabyte IDE drive. Has a floppy drive, really hope it works. A CDRW and a broken CD-ROM drive, which I'm going to replace with a DVD-ROM / CDRW combo drive, also out of the Desk Pro. And yes, I know I shouldn't be working with computers on my bed, but I've never had any problems, and this will be no exception, knock on wood. By the way, this is the front panel if you're curious. Jay, aka Video San Frontier, also has a Dell Dimension 4100. That happens to be his main Windows 98 gaming computer, so it's nice that the both of us now have matching Windows 98 desktops. So anyway, let's get to upgrading or repairing or whatever you want to call it. You're also probably wondering, hey, didn't I see this same computer on your channel about 2 years ago? Well, yes, you did. I had a computer very similar to this. It was a Dell Dimension XPS B800, very similar specs, same design. Unfortunately, I wound up having to sell it. I wish I hadn't now, but now I got this, so all is well. Alright, like I said earlier, I'm already in the process of adding the hard drive. I've already got... well, maybe I don't. But what we have to do is there's two screws. You put the hard drive on in the front of the case, and you mount it with these two screws right here. And by the way, this computer came to me without a hard drive. Thankfully, I had one I could use. So we'll go ahead and put the first screw in here. There is a second screw I have to add, but I don't remember where I put it. It must have rolled off somewhere. Okay. Here we go. Now we've got to figure out where the other screw ran away to. Oh, there it is. By the way, the manufacturing date for this computer is December the 8th, 2000. This computer will be getting Windows 98, although the COA for it is for Windows Millennium Edition. And from other people I've talked to, namely Video San Frontier and Computer Kid 1416, who also, at one time during his childhood nonetheless, had a Dell Dimension 4100. Windows ME does not behave well with these machines, so that's another reason for me to go with Windows 98. Alright, hard drive is secure. Hope I got the jumper settings right, but we'll wait and see. Okay, next thing I want to do, I don't remember where I put it, just as kind of a precautionary measure, even though I believe it's already working somewhat, I want to replace the CMOS battery. I happen to have a spare one right here. If I can get it out of the package. Come on, come on. These things are a pain. I've already used one of these batteries as a 2-pack, so if I got one out of it before, I ought to get one out of it again. I would like to have a zip drive in this computer, but I don't think I have any spare zip drives I can put in it. I do have one, but it's black, and I'm OCD about that kind of stuff, and because this is a beige computer. So there you go. Okay, come on. Picked the wrong day to trim my fingernails. Okay, time for a little bit of brute force. There we go. I should have done that to begin with. Got it. Throw that away. Wish I had a flathead screwdriver on me, and I don't know if you'll be able to see me do this. But just take my word for it, I am replacing the CMOS battery. And I'll just use one of my keys in place of a flathead screwdriver. There we go. There's the old battery. Goodbye, old battery. Gotta peel the protective seal off this new one. Throw the protective seal away, and it missed the trash can, of course. And we'll pop the new one right into place. There we go. And again, I know you couldn't see it. Sue me if you want. Okay, what next? Let's replace the sound card. I'm sure the sound card that's in it right now is reasonable enough, but I have one that'll be even better. I'm going to try to get this to show up. On camera, that is. And it's probably not going to happen. Well, if anything, at least y'all got to see me put the hard drive in. Okay, hopefully the camera will stay put. You can see that's the modem right there where my finger is, and this is the sound card. First, I actually got to remove the sound card out of the Desk Pro. That's right, it's a compact, so it's torque. Alright, there we go. Don't know where the torque screw went, but I'll worry about that later. There we go. I believe this is pretty much one of the best sound cards you could get for a Windows 98 era computer. Sound Blaster 128. There we go. Alright, now let's take the old sound card out. Well, first let's unhook it, unhook the cable to the modem, and the cable to the CD-ROM. There we go. Okay, put the screw there. Alright. the old one out. Alright, let's get it out. There we go. This is a creative card. I can't tell you what kind, but it's lacking something that I would like to have. In fact, I kind of need it for a certain game controller I want to use for it. We don't have any game port on it, so yeah. So, but the 128 gladly and proudly has one. So, we'll add this in to where the old card used to live. Is it in there? Yeah, I believe it is. Screw it in. Hopefully this is coming out on camera good enough. There we go. Plug the CD audio in. I believe it's the middle one. And the modem. Not like we're going to be using it, but just because it's there, we'll plug in right here. Go. Hide this cord a little bit. Beautiful. Okay, what do I need to do next? Okay, I guess we need to work on the optical drives now. I still haven't figured out how I'm going to do this, what drives I'm going to install. By the way, I sure hope this floppy drive works. Okay. Should I add the DVD combo drive in at the top? Because the CDRW that's on the bottom, I haven't even tested it. I don't know if it works or not. You know what? Let's just be lazy about it and just add the combo drive at the top, mainly because the one that's in here now is completely deadified. It is what we call in the business an ex-CD-ROM. And apparently there's a cage that pops out for the optical drives. There we go. For now, I'm just going to focus on the top one. Now to find my screwdriver again. I still got to remove the new one out of the compact. I believe this drive has been replaced at one point. Okay, and it should just slide right out. There we are. One moment while I undo the other one out of the compact. Go. Again, both of these compacts will be listed on eBay. In fact, the small Desk Pro EN, as of right now, already is on eBay. If anyone's interested, go check it out. I'll post a link in the description. Okay, here we are. Here's the new drive we will be adding. So we'll just slide it in like so. Actually, first I want to check jumper settings. I think it needs to be master, and it's not. It's cable select. Should it be cable select on here? Because these old Dells a lot of times did use cable select. You know what, I think I'll leave it at cable select and just see what happens. We can always go back in and change it. And I just realized I'm getting dust all over my bed. I'll be changing the sheets this weekend anyway, so no big problem. Okay, flip it back around, put the other two back in. Okay. And voila, or voila, whatever whatever it is. Drive cage. Ugh. Okay, hopefully it'll pop in like a champ. I guess it's in there. Okay, now to plug the cables in. CD audio into the top one. Wherever it is. Come on, you can do it. Come on, work with me. Oh, that's not it. Okay, it can't be that difficult. And there went the drive cage out again. Maybe I ought to pop it back out just to do this. Go. Oops, wrong drive. There we are. Okay, power. Now data. Okay. Go. Come on. And there we go. Perfect. Okay, anything else that needs to be done? I would like to figure out how this pivots in. This bar right here. Yes, I know it's off camera. There we are. Let me find a screw for that because I don't think I have one that came with it. Just a little screw, nothing fancy. I got a real big ones. Okay, I know I got one in here somewhere. I probably really don't need a screw, but just for completion's sake, let's see if this will work. That's a little too small. Okay, that's the way you want to play. Let's try this one. There we go. And plus, I believe it gives the hard drive a little bit more protection. well, guess that's it, folks. I guess nothing left to do but power it on and see how bad we've destroyed this thing. So, be right back. Okay, got it down here where it will be living. As you can see, I haven't put it back together yet because I'm pretty positive there's going to be some kind of problem that we're going to have to work on. So, let's go ahead and plug it in. I have a feeling that it's going to power up as soon as I plug it into AC. So, here we go. Yep, I was right, it did. I believe it's input 2 on the KVM. Getting a signal. There we go. Let's go into the BIOS. Yeah, it's complaining about the CMOS battery, but that's because I just replaced it, so I guess that's what's causing it. Loading setup. It's taking its merry old time. Right, drives open up. And we got the BIOS up. Let's see if the drives are appearing. That's promising. Hard drive, top CD-ROM, bottom CD-ROM. Oh yeah, we probably ought to set the date and time. It's apparently January 1st, 1990, so I'm only 1 month old. We have to use the numpad. Okay, it's May 29th, 2015. Go. Anything else we should set while we're in here? Need a new CPU fan for this, I can tell you that. Hopefully they're not too hard to find. One that's in it now is okay, but doesn't sound all that healthy. I'm not seeing anything that needs to be adjusted. Let's see, first boot device floppy. Not sure what ARMD FDD is, some kind of floppy drive. I want to move the... I have no clue what I just did. Okay, I want the first boot device to be the floppy drive. Second boot device be CD-ROM. Then the third, the hard drive. What did I do? Well, one thing, yeah, it is a plug and play OS. IDE. Oh yeah, here we are. Yeah, everything's alright there. Okay, it saved it there. I'll turn on quick boot. Oh, I forgot to set the time. It's one thing. It's military time, so it's 8:32 p.m. Seconds are close enough. Okay, everything looks good enough in the BIOS. So let's save the changes. Just probably going to try to boot into the compacts install of Windows 98. Ain't going to get far though, I imagine. Yeah, that's not a healthy sounding CPU fan. Sure takes a while to post. As long as it does it, I guess it's okay. And I'm going to have to pause in a little bit because I'm running out of room on my memory card. Wouldn't be surprised if it's trying to count up the memory. Come on. Oh, there we go. Scan disk! There we are. Yeah, it's booting into Windows 98, but not the proper copy of Windows 98 that will work with the system, so yeah. Windows protection error. That's not surprising, so let me pause and get the my memory card freed up, and we'll do a little bit of OS installation. Be right back. Well, it's a complete computer once again. There was a little bit of damage right here. This was not caused by me. It was like that when I got it. This part right here, the plastic was completely cracked open, causing these blanking plates to fall out, but I fixed it with a little bit of Scotch tape, and it seems to be holding up just fine. But since everything seems to be going good hardware-wise, I just put the whole thing back together, and now we're going to go on to the software end of things, which is more enjoyable. I'm going to try something on here I've never used before. I got this the other day, I forget where, but a Dell Product Recovery CD for Windows 98 2nd Edition. I've used one similar to this. I don't know if this is going to be the same thing or not, but let's see what it does. Here we go. Switch inputs. Pop it into place. I don't know how long it'll take to post this time. By the way, both CD-ROM drives work just fine. Only thing I haven't tested yet is the floppy drive. Oh, I sure hope it works. I just don't know why it takes so long for this computer to post. I mean, it does eventually, but it's just odd for it to be so slow. Come on. It's a work night. Can't stay up all night. Alright, here we go. Should boot from the CD first. Okay, looks like it's doing that. Yeah, this looks completely different from the other one I've used. And now it looks the same, so this might be the same thing. If it puts all the OEM software and drivers on here, I will be a happy boy. But that's a little too optimistic. I guess it's loading some stuff. Another thing to keep in mind too is that this system originally came with Windows ME, so Might be just slightly different, however this is from the same year, 2000. We'll get there someday, folks. Let's say I pause the video while this loads up, because this is like it may take a while. Well, it's a complete computer once again. There was a little bit of damage right here. This was not caused by me. It was like that when I got it. This part right here, the plastic was completely cracked open, causing these blanking plates to fall out, but I fixed it with a little bit of Scotch tape, and it seems to be holding up just fine. But since everything seems to be going good hardware-wise, I just put the whole thing back together, and now we're going to go on to the software end of things, which is more enjoyable. I'm going to try something on here I've never used before. I got this the other day, I forget where, but a Dell Product Recovery CD for Windows 98 2nd Edition. I've used one similar to this. I don't know if this is going to be the same thing or not, but let's see what it does. Here we go. Switch inputs. Pop it into place. Wonder how long it'll take to post this time. By the way, both CD-ROM drives work just fine. Only thing I haven't tested yet is the floppy drive. Oh, I sure hope it works. I just don't know why it takes so long for this computer to post. I mean, it does eventually, but it's just odd for it to be so slow. Come on. It's a work night. Can't stay up all night. Alright, here we go. Should boot from the CD first. Okay, looks like it's doing that. Yeah, this looks completely different from the other one I've used. And now it looks the same, so this might be the same thing. If it puts all the OEM software and drivers on here, I will be a happy boy. But that's a little too optimistic. I guess it's loading some stuff. Another thing to keep in mind too is that this system originally came with Windows ME, so might be just slightly different. However, this is from the same year, 2000. We'll get there someday, folks. Let's say I pause the video while this loads up, because this is like it may take a while. Okay, we're at a menu screen now. Emergency recovery CD. We got recover Windows files only, cab, INF, etc. Refresh and initialize Windows OS, recover hard drive without format, and format and recover hard drive. I guess the most proper option for us will be this one here, format and recover hard drive. Okay, all data files and all applications on your hard drive will be permanently deleted. When the recovery process is complete, Windows 98 operating system will be on your hard drive. You will need to reinstall any applications and recreate any data files you have added since you purchased your computer. Approximate time to complete, 15 minutes. Are you sure this is what you want to do? Oh, is this what I want to do or not? Well, I would like to go get a girlfriend, marry her, start a family. But for now, I'm just going to go ahead and reformat this computer. Drive C will be lost. Proceed with format. Well, why not? Must be doing a quick format. I guess I'll hit enter. Transferring system files to your hard drive. Again, I have never used this recovery program before. Unpacking files. Like I said, it should take about 15 minutes, give or take. I am curious to see what this is like. So I guess the proper thing to do would be to pause the video and let it do whatever it's got to do. So be right back, folks. Alright, we've just now finished the restoration, I do believe. It just ejected the CD for me. Thank you. That was very kind of you. Windows 98 operating system has been recovered. You should now remove the recovery media from the drive. Select OK to reboot your computer and complete the recovery process. Alright, let's do that. Let's see what kind of software we have unleashed upon this poor Dell. Do we get drivers or anything? I did replace the sound card, so I wonder if so we might not get that. Maybe we'll get video. This is the original card. We'll just have to wait and see. Did turn the sound on just in case. Again, it looks like it's going to take forever to post for reasons unknown. Come on. Come on. There we go. Getting ready to run Windows for the first time. Promising. Alright, we got a cursor. This is the same mouse lesson that comes with Windows 3.1. Why is this on Windows 98? What do I do? Guess we'll press escape. Yes, you're creeping me out. Okay, regional settings. Alright, we'll keep it as is. English United States. United States 101 keyboard. Please wait while setup installs your international settings. Okay, name. Billy Core. I entirely read that agreement. Okay, maybe pause, put the product key in. Alright, Windows 98 saved all information. Click Finish to continue starting Windows 98. Okay, it's doing some kind of driver thing. Looks to me like this portion of the recovery will be not that much different from the second half of a standard Windows 98 installation. Still very curious to see what this installation will be like once we're done with it. Almost there. Not the quietest computer in the world, but good enough for government work. Okay, I'm gonna set the time zone. Alright, we're Eastern Time. Oh yeah, the good old Windows 98 setup drum beat. Used to always do that when I was a kid whenever I'd see that drum pop up on Windows 98. Don't know why. I may never know why, but hey, things happen. No matter how weird they are. This bit usually takes a little bit of time, so I'll go ahead and pause the video again. Be right back. Okay, drum beat's over with. Looks like we're rebooting. Again, it's probably going to take forever to post. Have patience, folks. You're gonna need it. In fact, let me pause again just so we don't have to go through this. Okay, we're past the post. Microsoft Windows 98. As I've said before, when Windows 98 was current, I did not have very good experiences with it, but thankfully I think I do now. Thanks to computers in the last few years that have reaffirmed my faith in Windows 98, and I can tell that we don't have a video driver. Beautiful. And it's probably picking up the monitor. It's what Windows 98 likes to do. And no sound either. Not really surprised. You want to get that Windows 98 welcome screen? Wow, I guess not. That's odd for Windows 98 on the first time you boot it up. Well, we do get the OEM info, that's nice. And absolutely no drivers at all. Nothing. Oh well, I guess I shouldn't be so surprised. Do we have any special programs? Nope. I really could have done this myself without that restore CD, but hey, it changed things up a little bit, I guess you could say. So I guess I'm going to have to install some drivers. I think I downloaded a few earlier, so let me, actually first thing I need to do is install the Windows 98 flash driver. I had my CD folder nearby a while ago. I keep a CD full of Windows 98 utilities. Here we are. And one of the files on here is the USB flash drive driver. A must-have for Windows 98 systems, if you ask me. Alright. Okay, here we are. Alright, we'll go ahead and restart it, and while it's doing that, I'm going to put the drivers on my flash drive here, and we'll get going. Alright, we've rebooted, and we have the flash drive installed into the back of the computer. Now it's going to install the driver that we've already put into the system. Again, Windows 98 did not natively come with drivers for USB flash drives. Well, for one thing, they did not exist. Windows ME, on the other hand, and Windows 2000 and beyond, they'll take them just fine. With Windows 98, you gotta install a special universal driver that you can get for free, nonetheless. Just Google it, and there you go. And here we are. So let's open it up. Alright, here's my drivers folder with all the computers I have drivers for. Okay, I'll just copy the drivers over to the desktop. I also need to copy the audio driver over. It's in the Desk Pro 933 folder, so yeah, I gotta do a little bit of reorganizing. My computer setup lately has been changing quite a bit, so it's hard to keep up with this stuff. But so is the life of a computer geek. Alright, we'll copy over the Sound Blaster driver into that folder there. Okay. Not sure what's what. Okay, that's the modem driver. I'll run the program. Yes. I got it from your own site, Dell. This is not a virus. Okay, why is it picking up the monitor? I'm installing the modem driver here. Okie dokie then. I remember Jay had problems getting the modem going on his Dimension 4100. Okay then, I know that's the right driver. I know it's the right driver. It was the only driver on their site that was designed to work with that particular brand. And yet, this is thinking, ooh, this isn't the right card. We have no clue what kind of card you have, so we're just gonna not work for you at all. And it's not like I'm gonna be using the modem, but it's there. It's nice for Windows to be aware of its existence, so gotta love OCD sometimes. Okay, let's see what this is. Okay, I believe this is the chipset. Probably the most important driver we'll be installing. I'm one of those rebels that likes to restart after everything is installed. I don't know what this is. I guess we're going to have to go to C:/temp. Oh, Dell Solution Center. Don't need this, but it'll make it feel more complete. And this one is the video card. Don't know why it's saying for Windows ME, because it's supposed to work for 98. Okay, I don't know how that popped up, but again, we'll restart later. I believe this is the Ethernet card. Oh, lovely. The resolution's too low to hit the next button. Okay, I guess hitting enter was good enough for it. Again, we'll restart later. Oh, what next? Just the sound card. Again, this is what I believe to be the best sound card you can get for a Windows 98 era system, along with the All-Real Vortex cards. But personally, I go with the Sound Blaster 128 mainly because they're a little bit easier to come by than the All-Real cards. And plus, they sound amazing! And they crash your system! This happens a lot of times with these creative drivers. It screws your system up and acts like drive C has been disconnected. I have no clue why it does that. This is not the only system it's done it on. Doesn't happen all the time, but every now and then it will. We may have to reboot. Okay, can we do a Control-Alt-Delete? Don't know what we could close, but I guess a sensible thing would be to just restart. See you on the other side, folks. Who here remembers when Windows 98 would tell you about every single piece of the chipset that it's installing for you after installing the chipset driver? Oh yeah, it wants you to know that it is being thorough. And as you can see, it looks like the video card is working. We're getting high color mode. meaning that we got the right driver for the video card. Still need to work on the sound card though, but usually whenever I get that blue screen problem with these creative drivers, it will fix itself after a reboot. Yeah, I might as well pause again. Boy, this is going to be a big video to edit. Alright, chipset drivers are now installed, so let's try once again with the sound card drivers. Alright, take two of this. This will install successfully, or I'm going to dress in a cute little dress and dance a hula dance. Come on. The world doesn't need to see me dress in drag. Well, we're getting further than last time. I was going to want us to register. Lovely. Cancel. Do not remind me to register or I will do horrible, horrible things to you. Didn't know I could do that voice. Alright, let's restart yet again. They couldn't hear you. Hold on. I just installed the sound driver and we have everything but sound. And by the way, we have some special guests on the show once again. Mr. Video San Frontier and Mr. Elmo3.
Howdy, Internet. Felt like me. Can you get us a cup of tea? Oh, my camera's not on. Can you get us a cup of tea? I'm kind of all tapped out here. Dry. Cup of tea. I just kind of tipped the dregs onto my.
Now let's see if we can get to the bottom of this.
Line phone. Well done, Jay.
It's making little buzzing noises. I think I may have a loose speaker cord. So, let me check under the desk and see how my cables are. Yep, just as I suspected, there was a loose cord behind the system. And to make this a J-approved Skype call, let me go into Settings, Control Panel, Sounds, and...
I have no idea what's about to happen here, folks.
And here we go.
Wow, that was totally unexpected.
Well, let's go into Device Manager and see if everything's accounted for. I know the modem won't be. And by the way, Jay, I'm having the same problem with my 4100 that you had. I can't get the modem driver going.
Weird. I think I found a way to do it. Let me send you all the drivers that I actually have.
Okay, alright, the display adapter is showing up, and obviously sound is working. Yeah, although modem's not working as we said before, and the Ethernet's not working even though I thought I installed the driver. Well, let's try this again. Let me do it this way.
Sending you the file over Skype. That should take about 10 hours.
But thank you, Jay. Let's see. Let me try this.
Yeah. Modems.
Okay, there we are. Don't trust installer programs for Ethernet cards because apparently they don't do crap.
What you'll generally tend to find with Intel ones is that you actually should install the driver manually in Device Manager, and then use the installer program to install any bits and bobs. And
This one's actually a Realtek one, but same concept.
yeah.
Alright, finish setting up your new hardware, you must restart your computer. Alright, go ahead. Now, just so you guys know, everything works on this system except that I don't know if you have this problem with yours, Jay, but it takes forever to post.
No, I don't believe I do have that problem with mine. So let's just head on over to the retro computer corner and switch it on.
Yeah, I don't know why I mean, it works just fine. I don't know why it likes to take forever to post.
Well, let's just have a look here. We might be able to find out something.
Because I have quick boot and the other, I got fast boot and quick something enabled. So.
Okay, that's me switched on the system now. Right, I've got a Dell logo now, and that's the Dell logo disappeared, and now a Windows 98 logo has appeared. The start, rather.
Obviously, some setting or who knows what is not identical to ours.
We have slightly different hardware. I know that.
Right.
I had to add my network card. It was, I can't remember whether I bought it for the system or whether I bought it knowing that I would need one.
Right. By the way, guys, the video card that's in this system is a ATI Rage 128.
Mine says GeForce.
That's what I'm wanting. I'm going to get that for mine someday.
Yeah, the GeForce something is a really good card.
Alright.
Stereo sound.
Yeah.
I'll just start mine up.
Okay, now let's check Device Manager. We had, it wanted me to log on to Microsoft Networking, so apparently it did work. Alright, all the drivers are installed except for the modem, which I'm not going to bother myself with it right now.
Mine says a 32 megabyte NVIDIA GeForce MX. GeForce 2 MX.
Yeah, mine is a Rage 128 Pro, 16 megabyte.
Alright.
Also AGP.
Now I'm just going to have a look at my BIOS to see if there's any settings. I reckon that what I think you should do is turn the Dell logo off and then try posting and see whereabouts it actually seems to freeze.
Good plan. But actually, you know, I think I've done about all I can do with this video. It's getting late. I will do an update video once I have all the software I want to use on here installed. So we'll do our traditional Skype final thoughts. We'll start with Luke. Any final thoughts, Luke?
Those are good machines. It's really all I have to say. There's not much else to say.
I'm sure Jay has quite a bit to say about it, though. Go ahead.
And I like them.
Me like Dell computer?
With a Pentium 3 and Windows 98.
Me like Pentium 3 and Windows 98?
Yeah.
No, I think that's a fantastic computer. You know, I mean, obviously, the Dell Dimension 4100 was a result of my search for the tower version of a Compact Disc Pro EM.
Right.
And and I actually had mine shipped up from England. And it was a good system. I got mine with the recovery discs, copy of WorkSuite 2000. It's a brilliant machine. Installing Windows ME on it didn't really do it any good. It's one of those machines that doesn't really handle Windows ME that brilliantly.
Yeah, this one I have has a Windows ME COA on the side of it, but I knew what you said about it, so I put 98 on it.
Yeah, and if you go to Computer Kid 1416's channel, he said pretty much the same thing about Windows ME versus Windows 98. He had a Dell Dimension 4100. Just when he was a little Texan rather than being a big Texan. But I mean, once you get it all down and you put the right graphics card in it, it becomes a brilliant machine. I mean, I've got mine. I've got WorkSuite 2001 on it. Just for a change. Office 2000. And a few things. And someone did actually ask me, "Oh, Jay, why don't you put Windows 2000 on it?" Now, I'm sure it will run Windows 2000 absolutely brilliant. But no, I want a Windows 98 machine.
Same here.
And mine has got quite a good lot of specs. I think it's got half a gig of RAM, which would have been a stupidly high amount for the day. It's it came to me with a DVD burner in it, but I added a DVD-ROM reader and a Zip 100 drive to make it more like the Abstalgia PC.
Yeah, I need to add a Zip 100 drive to mine if I can find one.
I'd like to stick a Zip 250 drive in mine if I'm going to be completely honest, but again, they are good systems and they're very well built. I mean, here's an example of how over-engineered they are. It's like time is now. You buy a computer case. You want to actually use one of the 5 1/4 inch drive bays, or even one of the external 3 1/2 inch drive bays. You take the plastic front off, and then and it's just a bit of plastic. Then you have to snap off a metal plate at the back, which then becomes useless if you want to actually kind of return that drive bay to its unused state. You then lose the metal.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas if you take the blanking plate from one of the 5 1/4 inch drive bays and in a Dell Dimension 4100 or any other machine with that case, what you will find is that it's actually got a metal plate behind it.
Yeah, I can't say that about this system. It came with me with dual optical drives, so...
Well, you think I'm going to be complaining about that?
Had to replace one of them, though, Jay. The top one was dead, so... And it was so dead that it prevented the system from posting. It was that bad.
I have had that before, actually, on my 2004 custom built. One of the drives barked. It was a CD-ROM. It was a DVD-ROM, actually. I had a Samsung DVD-ROM drive, a 16-speed one. And it became so barked that the machine just would not post.
Yeah.
So I actually replaced it with a good quality one. I believe it was Lighton or something. Nah.
That's a bad idea.
I know. I'm just kidding on it. It was a Lighton drive though, but yeah, I think that drive is borked because it made its way to the 2007 custom built, and I think the first thing I had to do when I sold the 2007 custom built was to replace that drive.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'll let you go and end the video. Good news, guys. There's no speech. There's no pre-election speech this time because we have a by-election coming up, but that's not for a while.
Yeah, and so all we can say is politics. They exist.
Yeah, politics exist. They're a thing, guys. Usually it exists purely on my YouTube channel. No, kidding on it.
Yeah. Well, with that said, we got the Dell Dimension 4100 set up and going all throughout this video. This is probably going to be a long video. If you've made it this far, congratulations, you deserve something, but I'm not going to give it to you because that's kind of hard to do via YouTube.
Make yourself a cup of tea.
Exactly, as Jay
You should
said.
have made yourself a cup of tea at the start of the video and went and watched it.
Yeah.
I find that roadkeep videos are best enjoyed with a cup of tea.
You got that right.
Oh yeah, Scottish blind. But I'm away to play Crazy Taxi on my 4100.
I need to try that on my 4100. I remember playing it on the Dreamcast, but never on the PC, so...
Played it on the PS2.
It's such a fun game.
Crazy Taxi!
I remember my mate Adnan going on about it. It's like, oh, Crazy Taxi on the PlayStation 2, it's an amazing game. And he's like, Crazy Taxi? Then I got the copy for my PS2, but then I donated it.
Anyway, guys, we'll go ahead and end the video here. Billy Core, signing off.